Okay, here we are at step 4, NAT and PAT. So what we want to do is go ahead and put NAT and PAT on Akron router. It's going to translate 10 numbers into the 190. And we can see that we're using a static IP on the server, 10.10.10.254. And it's going to translate into the NAT static statement of 190.10.10.3. So here's our config. So what we want to do in your first statement is define your pool. So that's your command. Akron is the pool name, and it's going to be referred to later. And we're going to block out 10.10.10.1 and 10.10.10.10. So 1 through 10 will not be used for the NAT pool. The second line is doing your IP NAT inside source list. Source list is your command. NAT ACL has to match this uppercase, lowercase has to match. So pool has to match Akron and Akron. Overload is your port address translation saying once we exhaust IPs 1 through 10, use the IP of the interface, which I believe is 10.10.10.1. So that'll be the overload IP for all the rest of the traffic. And then we're doing this IP NAT inside source static. So you're translating the internal private IP to the public outside IP. And then you write your ACL. It's a standard named ACL, NAT underscore ACL, all lowercase. Permit the 10.10.10 network to be translated with this NAT. So let's go ahead and apply it into the router. We're looking for any errors, none. Press enter. Now we have to go turn on inside and outside NAT. So we got to go to interface S0/ what do we have here? 010. So is this inside or outside? So it's a serial, it's a WAN, so it should be outside. Then gigabit should be IP NAT inside. Okay. So now what we can do is generate some traffic and see if PC0 can communicate with the internal server. First one fails. Successful. So let's generate another set of traffic from PC1 to server. And let's check. So I do Control Z, kicks me out of my config, show IP NAT translations. In here we see that the .3 address has been translated from the internal 10.10.10.254. So that is NAT and PAT. Now, if we really wanted to go advanced, we do NAT and PAT over here also. But we're not doing that on this exam. So that's going to conclude the video on NAT and PAT.